Hello, this is Lauren, and we're live at WUK. This evening we've had Anthony B come off stage. Sawubona, Anthony B.
Sabona.
Unjani?
Niapila.
We totally mfana wakithi perfectly. Zulu warrior. So how are you feeling the vibe this evening on stage?
Well, I'm feeling great and I'm learning to be a real Zulu warrior after all. So I'm feeling great, I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling tremendously connected to home and out here to the fans. Yeah, I'm loving it.
Well, we're from African Life, and I'm sure the Viennese massive would like to say a big, warm welcome to Vienna. It was wonderful. It's been great actually seeing you here in Vienna. How's your tour been so far in Europe?
Well, it's been great, it's going wonderful, and it's been 3 years since I've not been in Europe, so it's like a return, and we're going everywhere and getting to do new stuff because I've performed on a cruise ship for the first time in my career. After all these years, it's the first I know reggae on a cruise ship. Yeah. And it is so great that on this cruise ship from Finland to Stockholm, we meet like maybe 10, 15 different African countries meet on that ship.
Wow.
Yeah, there was people from South Africa, Ghana, Gambia, Tanzania, Nigeria, Malawi, you understand? Sudan, south of Sudan. Because there was some friends coming to ask me like, what is really wrong in the south of Sudan, and they would like me to, they're trying to explain to me what's the killing, and so that it was a great experience that to see that. One time in Jamaica we used to say, oh, Jamaican is everywhere. Now we can say African is everywhere.
From north, south, east, and west. Wow, that's really amazing. Well, we're going to start off with, you're constantly on tour. You're always busy making music. As Anthony B, what would a perfect day, what would you call heaven? What would be that perfect day when you're not on tour and you're back home in Jamaica? What would you be doing on this particular day?
Well, if I'm back home in Jamaica now, I would be with the kids.
Yeah.
I've been trying to, as I say, being out here so much, when you go back to your kids, it's like a catch-up.
Yeah.
Because when you leave them, they were talking different way, you come back, they're telling you, oh, you missed this. So my perfect day is catching up back with my kids, trying to get back into their mood and their vibes, that connection. You understand? To listen to their story when they tell you, oh, daddy, this happened and that happened. And sometimes the way they talk, you understand, make your day. Yes. Looking in their eyes, it's so innocent. When they talk, it is so real and profound. So that's heaven for me. And you understand, sometimes you wish you could walk with that moment and look out in the world and see that moment everywhere.
It's just a rejuvenating feeling. I can imagine always being away from home. And what are your hobbies?
Well, my hobby is making music, reading, reading a lot, because how I look at music, coming out here in the world, music it give me a platform to present information. Historical information, biblical information, religious information, political information, economical information. So music is a great opportunity to present my opinions, and sometimes I might have this opinion, feel this way about poverty, feel this way about the struggle. When I share that opinion on a record, then people in Africa say, oh, I feel the same way. People in Australia say, I feel the same way. People right here in Vienna, Austria say, we feel the same way. So this is what we're trying to share. We try to see music as a platform where we could all put our opinion without, because there is no gun war in music, there is no death in music. You understand? As Bob Marley said, when music hits you, you feel no pain. Yeah. So as much as we want to be bold with the music, it's not gonna hurt you. You understand? So this is where I think we can all express our views, because singing a song, going into a meeting to talk to people, you might not get to reach 30 million, 50 million people, but when you sing that song, it's tomorrow morning somebody call you from Australia and say, oh, I hear your new song. So we're living in this world now where we get a greater opportunity than our forefathers did. You understand? This platform of information that we can transcend out there. So it's good.
For our viewers who don't particularly know which part of Jamaica you come from, could you tell us where exactly in Jamaica you come from and what was it like actually growing up in your neighborhood?
Well, I was born in a little parish called Trelawney, in a little town called Clarkstown. In that parish, we learn that we are like from the Maroon tribe. You understand? So we got people like Nani of the Maroon and Kojo. So they call Trelawney the cockpit part of Jamaica, where that part of Jamaica is like they say is the first rebellious part of Jamaica to help free the slave, because the Maroon come to Jamaica as kings and queens. They didn't know about any form of working or oppression or being ruled. So they rebelled from the first day. The second day, so they try to kill them out as the rebellious tribe. So up to now, the Maroon has never been conquered. So it's still the only independent African entity in Jamaica up to today. There is a town called Maroon Town, a Puncom town, where that law, the Maroon laws, is not governed by the British colonial law. So if a Maroon kill another Maroon now at this present time in Jamaica, it would be dealt with in the African way. You understand? So it's the only place that still preserves that African way of life. The heritage of Africa. You understand? And because the Maroon was not conquered, so true they were not known as conquered people. They make a deal with the Maroon that if they don't fight, then they won't try to offend them, so they give them a territory. And so that's where I'm from. I'm from Clarkstown, where it's also the last place for the British to abolish slavery, because it was so rebellious that they didn't choose to.
They didn't mess with that part.
So you understand. So maybe that's where that rebellious spirit come from. And from my parish, the first person that we know to make it in music is Millie Small. Millie Small sing My Boy Lollipop. Yeah, so that's the first person we know that okay do music from this parish. The second person was Liquor John. So, and then there's a selector called Sky Juice. So, in my parish, what really run the parish economically is sugar plantation. So, your parents work at the sugar plantation. That's the best job you're growing up to see. Or you farm. So, you make a farm for yourself. Where are you go? So, in the farming now, you could farm coffee, take it to the coffee board and sell, make a little money. Farm banana, still take it to the banana. So Trelawney is like this, but it wasn't violent. That's what I love about Trelawney. We don't grow. We could leave our house door late at night and go out, and no one. You'd have to close the door. You understand? So,
Very peaceful.
yeah, we don't have that kind of trouble. So that's where I'm from, and so that little parish is where Anthony B grew up.
And in terms of your inspiration as Anthony B, where did the inspiration stem from for you to end up where you are right now? And I mean, I was so excited. You wouldn't believe when it was mentioned that you were coming to Vienna, and I don't think I was the only one. I've seen you performing at Uprising, and wow, for me it was like, okay, I cannot wait for this day. But how did Anthony B get to where he is right now?
Well, the inspiration is from the Most High, you know. First and foremost, is acknowledging the gift that Jah give you. But my calling to music was listening to Peter Tosh. Music. Listening to Peter Tosh is like, yeah, this, if your mama tell you to go drink some water, you don't want to do it. But if Peter Tosh say, go drink water, you're ready. So this person sounds so sincere and convincing. It's like a child talking to you. It cut deep, resonates. So growing up as a kid, looking at the struggle at your family and looking that you want something different, you want to be something different. What different I want to be? Like Peter Tosh. So that's where it all started. Listening to Peter Tosh music.
Oh, that's quite a deep inspiration in terms of where it all stemmed from. And going back to you again, your favorite food, your favorite Jamaican food, and are you able to cook it yourself?
Well, the favorite Jamaican food we're always able to. The greatest thing we are in Vienna and Aki selling Vienna, right, Sam Gilly? So the national dish of Jamaica is Aki and saltfish. You understand? So and we come so Aki is one of the favorite food. We like Aki and roast breadfruit. You understand? Because we're from the parish where we like farming food. Yeah. Because we grew up with that, and to us, we grew up strong, fit, and healthy. So we don't want to switch that menu. You understand? 'Cause trying a new menu, you don't know what might happen. But if you grow 20, 30 years strong like this, then if I could be an next 30 years like this, I'm okay.
You stay that way.
Yeah, so.
And are you able to prepare the dish yourself?
I'm able to do that because when I come to a hotel, I might have problem, but sometimes the hotel costs, but we still cook.
Yeah.
We still have to find a hot plate, and if it's not a hotel where we can cook, we find a place where to cook. So cooking is one of my habits. Yeah, like, you understand? Because my granny teach me that as a man, you have to be independent. Yeah. If you're not independent, if you can't do something, then you don't know if somebody cannot do it. Yeah. So if you can't cook, somebody will cook for you. You're a woman, say, oh, I cook for man. You don't like, you don't know if she can cook. Understand?
Well, not all women can win their way to a man's heart by cooking. Well, I've discovered that with not all of us, but some of us at least. And what would your interest be?
Well, my interest right now is to see justice in the world. That's my biggest interest because it's kind of, it get away now where you wonder if people care or if who really care or what's the next move or what's going to happen or should we preach of love or should we not preach of some form of resistance or because then it get you wondering so much. So my interest right now is justice because I think crime, poverty, 90% of this is injustice. You understand? Because when you look at the food that wastes in Walmart and in the supermarket and you look at one man having $300 billion to his name and he's 70, he's 60, when is he going to spend that money? Okay, but there's 100 million people who $2 million could help. Not $1 billion, $2 million could help. And so, can all of us hold this person and take some of his money and help the world? What are we going to do? So what is wrong? You understand? So my interest right now is justice. The biggest problem right now, equal rights and justice.
Yeah, well, with the world being the way that it is, yeah, there is so much injustice. But as the person that you are, as an artist, I think you've made such a big impact in terms of people's mentalities and the way that they think in terms of what they're going through. You know, it kind of softens the blow at times for them to think further than the situation that they're in, because your music is really such a big inspiration to many, not only to myself, even those who don't have much, but have the opportunity to switch on a radio and tune into a radio station that plays your music, which inspires millions. The millions doesn't even count the amount of people who actually need that message around the world. What would your message of inspiration be to the youths out there?
That's why the first key to knowledge is to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you don't even know that there's a God. You don't even know that there's peace. You don't even know that there's love. Because the reason why you don't love yourself is because you're disturbed. So if you love yourself, then you will recognize what is reality. Yeah. And so that's my message right now, is loving yourself. And then if you love it, if we should not have rivers and waters on the earth, none of us would survive. Yeah. But still, we don't care about not even water. So this is something that is so vital to the survival of mankind. And mankind don't even care about it. So it left you to wonder, what people really. So it's not, people are not wondering or scared, and I don't think like that anymore. I think now that I don't even blame the government anymore. I blame the people. So we have to start take the blame. That's the only way we can change things.
Everything starts at home.
Start at home. We make the president the president. We make the military the military. We make the billionaires the billionaires. So when they make us in poverty, not them, we. So.
In terms of your musical career up till now, what would you say has been the highlight?
Well, the highlight is these opportunities to see we're out there. This is Vienna, Austria. The little Jamaican youth come from Trelawney, Clarkstown, singing in Vienna, Austria, in front of much stuff. Because you have to understand, we're living in a country where if we have 100 white people visit Jamaica, our society would look at it like, okay, if they want to see something Jamaican, they wouldn't showcase us. Because they would think showcasing these Jamaican to these people, hey, they don't want to see that. So they would showcase somebody who's trying to play some jazz music, or that is it. So when we get opportunity like this, that you can come out here and call a Jamaican and say, I was singing tonight and it's 10,000 white people come to see me. That show you greatness. Because even in your own country, this is a fight. So to see this happening outside of your country, I'm living the dream right now.
That comes as a very big surprise, but you deserve more than anything to be where you are.
Understand, not even Bob Marley get the lovingness in Jamaica that we might think. You understand? It's after the world say Bob Marley. It's after the world say Usain Bolt is the fastest man. We say. So it's not even because the nation of Jamaica cry for these things, but they are not the one who distribute it. It is the system. So the system and the media and the plunder. So sometimes when you go to Jamaica, you wouldn't not even know roots music is that strong. If you don't go to a show. So when you go to a show, you see how much 1,000 Jamaican come out for roots. You'll be like, I don't know that these people listen to, because all you hear in the media is so you would be like, okay, these people don't like roots music, but it's not the people. It's the system trying to make it look like, oh, these people don't like consciousness and these people don't like their local heritage. No. But if you showcase it to the people, millions come out.
It really does come as a surprise. But what will we be expecting from Anthony B in future?
Well, I'm going into the studio now and I'm working on something tremendously different. You understand? I'm not going to let it all out now, but we're putting it together. This is going to be something to talk about, so...
Don't leave us waiting.
Yeah, we have to do that. We have to let the people say, we are Anthony say working on something. Well, we're working on a new album, and it's going to be something different. You understand?
Can we cry? It's not enough. It's not enough information, but yeah, we've been kept in suspense by Anthony B. So let us just be patient.
Go to Africa this time too. I want to do a few tracks in Africa. You understand? So I think my first track might be in Ghana, because Samini is like one of my African artists that I like his style. You understand? So I think I can help to cross that bridge. And I'm working with another South African artist right now.
I was just about to ask, so when are you going back to South Africa?
Well, the thing is, I've get so much offer to return, but as we learn that loyalty is the key, and Empress, Princess Promotion, they take me there the first time. So I didn't want to just jump because a promoter say, hey, I got this and I can give you that. I want to give her the opportunity to make it happen again. Yeah.
Well, Anthony B, we would like to say thank you so very much for affording us this opportunity. The concert was amazing. With you on stage, my day is taken to another level of high. And yeah, we wish you all the best, in your musical career, on tour, and back home with your family. I'm sure you're really missing home and the kids, but yeah, God bless you all and all the best. And thank you so, so very much.
Give thanks for coming out to all my African brothers, sisters, kings, queen, globally. Rastafari love and remember, we as African people got to love ourselves more, love Africa more, unite, unity. Bob Marley said it, I said it, Peter Tosh said it. Right now, we need African unity. That's it. That's the way we can gain equal rights and justice. Give thanks for this moment, Rastafari. Bless up my brother Johnny Cool over there, right? He's out here on the Gideon with I and I. Come Johnny Cool, make Africans see your face. Cause my brother Johnny Cool is. So.
Yeah, man, this is Cool Johnny Cool straight from St. Catherine, Jamaica. You know, so we are all music maker, ain't no shaker.
I was loving his vibe, absolutely loving Johnny Cool's vibe. Well, Johnny Cool, it was actually also wonderful seeing you on stage as well. And how did you feel the vibe from the audience this evening?
Well, you know, so when we come to perform and give people, we don't vibes from the people, we bring vibes to the people. Yeah. So my energy was pushing and they was pushing their energy. So it was a lot of energy. You know what I mean? It was really a lot of energy. So it was good, very good. Yeah. And, you know, them respect the works that I put out there. And, you know.
And how were you enjoying Vienna, being in Vienna?
Because we get for cook with ackee and thing. So, and we get the banana and the yam and the something them. So we feel strong on stage, we are kick on a rail and, you know what I mean? So yeah. It's a nice place, you know, the people are warm and everything. So we just give thanks and praises for the thing.
And your visit to Africa, let me not be specific, South Africa.
Well, I'm looking forward to that trip. You know, I've been to Africa before, but it was on the west side. I've been to West Africa a couple of times, and it's really, as a matter of fact, the very, very first time I went on a aeroplane, it was to Africa. My very first time out to Jamaica, my very first big show, my very first everything international. It was in Africa, Ghana. And the the first Panifest 1992. And I was actually the only reggae artist on the show. I was supposed to open the show for Greg Isaac. Greg Isaac fell sick and Johnny Cool fell in the slot, and I give them a time of their life, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been an amazing show for you.
Oh, yes, it was very, very energetic. Mm-hmm. You know, I was much younger that time, so I was flying real high, you know. But yeah, it was a very nice experience. That's one of the experiences that stand out in everything from I did that performance. I said, well, I can perform anywhere because it was like 80,000 people, you know. So it was like, after that, nobody can tell me nothing again.
Yeah. That must have been the highlight, and a memory that's been kept and will stay forever. Well, since you've already been, when do you personally plan on going back, and specifically to South Africa?
Well, as Anthony B tell you, you know, me and Anthony B I do a whole heap of work now. Yes. I am Anthony B recording artist, Cool Johnny Cool. Don't forget Bonfire Music, you know what I mean? And so we have a lot of work for perform and do in the world. So, but that's a follow the lead, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
And going back to you personally, what is it that you enjoy doing in your spare time?
Well, we used to play football, what them call soccer, but you know, we know it as football. So, you know, I used to play the major leagues in Jamaica in my younger time, even when I'm doing music. So I still try to find time to play music, and I like to go to the beach, you know, and music, you know, at the part of it. When I play football, I'm there at the beach, you know, I study lyrics and I try to build vibes, you know, so really, that's my hobby, you know what I mean?
And your inspiration, when you started off your career, what inspired you?
Well, my inspiration come from my mom told me that when I was a small kid, I used to get the paint pans
Yeah.
and put them and put a piece of board on it and go on the stage. I never used to say anything. I just go and start dance and wind up myself. And so they always say, "What the hell he's doing?" You know. So I leave from St. Catherine, and I came to Kingston. You know, and my cousins, they have sound system.
Yeah.
I just go down by the sound system while they were playing and take the microphone from my cousin.
Yeah.
And I couldn't say anything because I don't know any lyrics. So I said, "Wait, what happened to him?" So it was, you know, it was that, and then we start DJ around the sound system, and then I was listening to Lone Ranger, you know what I mean? And Lone Ranger was the DJ that I like
Yeah.
back then as a youth. So he was the one that I patronized, and him have some and style, you know. So I used to just like that. So yeah, that's how.
Well, Johnny Cool, we would like to say thank you very, very much for affording us this opportunity. We've just had a few technical difficulties at this point that we've got to keep it a bit brief, but seeing you on stage is really amazing as well. You know, your energy and, I mean, the Viennese message just, yeah. We were kind of woken up from everything.
Well, I know once you spar with a living legend like Anthony B, you have to have energy, because you can't come to Anthony B stage and be lazy. You must be crazy.
Well, that was African Life, and we're out. Peace.